When you were a child, did you ever think about what you wanted to be when you grew up? Did you ever have family members ask you? Well, of course you did. Your dreams as a child though probably changed as you got older. By the time you were an adult, your career path probably changed many times. But I had dreams of my own. The problem was I really had no one to help me achieve those dreams. I just had no idea of how I was going to get to where I wanted to be. Frankly, I wish I had someone then give me the advice that I'm about to give you now. It starts with self reflection. Think about what you like to do, don't like to do, what you need, and what you want from a profession. Working with a wrench was not high on my list. Let's say you want to be a C-level executive in a financial services firm. You won't get that job out of school. You'll have to figure out the lower level jobs that will give you credibility to eventually apply for the job you really want. You will need business classes, accounting, and probably even a CPA license. If you want to be a principal of a school, getting a degree in education is a good first step. Become a teacher, become a director of curriculum, and then become a principal. See what I mean? What is your trajectory to eventually getting to where you want to be professionally? And what we know is that there might be more than one path to get you to where you want to be. That's okay. You can always refine your pathway, and there might even be detours along the way. You might want to be a nurse. You plot your strategy, but somewhere down the line you become fascinated with physical therapy and you revise your path. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever you decide to pursue, be flexible and research your career goals to make sure that you truly understand the skills and requirements you will need. Adjust your expectations accordingly. If you're starting out in your career, your pathway also requires you to determine what education you need, and not to mention what courses you need to take. Nowadays, most jobs require computer skills, writing proficiency, knowing how to do rigorous analysis, plus whatever special knowledge needed for the profession. So your early path starts with education. Next comes training. Do you need any special degrees or certifications? I call it a career path for a reason. It is a path, it's a journey. There's a good chance that you are well beyond the early stages of figuring out what you want to be when you grow up. You have a plan, whether it's written or not, and you are somewhere on that path right now. But self reflection is still a very good idea. Now, it might be more important to reflect on where you are on the pathway right now. What have you achieved at work? What recognition have you received along the way? What skills do you have? And how would they apply to the career you now seek? If you're employed in an organization where someone already has your dream job, study what that person does. You don't have to let them know. Or you could have a candid conversation with them that goes something like this. I know I'm a long way away from achieving it, but I'd really like to have a job like yours someday. Is there any chance you could help me, mentor me along the way? Most people will be flattered and they will say yes, unless they think you're a jerk or feel threatened by you. But even if you don't want to confess your dream, you can still watch what the person does and what it took him or her to get there. One thing you're likely to find out is that the path to that job may not be a straight one. Quite often, people have to make lateral moves along the way. Use that information to establish your career path. Think about the experience you have now, your education, your hard and soft skills, everything that you bring to the table. Next, think about how that applies to the job you want. Are you ready to move into that job now? Will you need to acquire additional skills or knowledge? Is there an intermediate step? Do a little self reflection on where you want to end up professionally.
So, if you're looking for a new job, here's some hard to beat advice. Rather than just apply for an open job, do your homework. Read the job description carefully. Think about what every word means. What's the company really looking for in the person that they hire? Then think about your experience and your accomplishments. How can you blend your skills with that job? Think about how you will sell yourself because you want the employer to see you as a natural must hire. My online course, Getting the Job You Want, is full of practical advice. It has helped a lot of people since I launched the class in 2020. But I've revised the course and added to it on what's changed since COVID. It can help you navigate the process so you will get the job you want. Among the things we cover, completing a self-evaluation of your skills and your career path, customizing your resume and cover letter, how to be successful in your job interviews, what you need to focus on after the interviews are over. We will look at outcomes, including how to negotiate your new salary, next steps you need to take once you get a new job, and we've added a lot of content as to how the hiring process has changed since the early days of COVID-19. And more materials will be added in the future. So if you subscribe to the course now, you'll always be eligible for the latest material. We're also including a 57-page companion course book. Now, my course has ranked an amazing 4.5 rating on a 5-point scale. That is nearly a perfect score. As one person put it, with everything feeling so uncertain these days, it's nice to have these tools. Find out more about the course. Go to daveedwardsmedia.com, click on courses, find the job you want.